I've got another multiple palettes, multiple looks video for you today. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Rachel, and if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. This is a video series that I do here on my channel that I actually got from my friend Anelka Nyqvist. I can link her channel down below, where I do a look with 3 new palettes that are out on the market. Most of the time they're indie palettes just because that's what I love. So I'm going to do 3 different looks with 3 different palettes. But before we get to the video, a word from today's sponsor. Just popping in to say thank you to Halara for sponsoring this portion of today's video. I have a little mini try-on haul for you guys. Once again, I have partnered with them in the past, and prior to partnering with them, I have been a customer of them. They create the most comfortable clothing ever, and they're not just comfortable, they're also stylish. Their whole thing is they infuse activewear into your everyday apparel. So everything that they offer is extremely comfortable. It could almost be mistaken for activewear, but it doesn't look like you just came from the gym, unless you want to look like that. There are pieces like that as well. But I've got a mix of things I want to show you today, things that I picked up that I'm really loving. I find that their pieces run true to size. I am a true size small pretty much everywhere that I shop. I got all of the pieces in a size small and they all fit me great. Of course, as we go along, if there's anything I need to let you know about the fit, I will. The first piece I want to talk about, this is my favorite. I don't know why I'm starting off with it. I'm just excited about it. It is this jumpsuit. Oh my goodness. I love everything about this. Again, super comfortable. The pants part of this feels like almost like a windbreaker material in a way. Very, very, very lightweight, very flowy. It's perfect for this time of year where it's getting warm outside. And when I wear pants right now, they need to be light because it is hot. The top is very stretchy. It fits absolutely perfect. Like I said, I am a size small. I got a size small. If it's perfect, it's not squeezing me. I would say if you're in between, you could size down. It also has pockets. We gotta love that. I am able to wear a strapless bra without my strapless bra showing. And this could be dressed up or dressed down. I am 5'4", but I have short legs and a long torso. A lot of jumpsuits / rompers don't fit me in the torso. This gave me plenty of room. And in terms of the length, I had to wear a pretty high heel because they're quite long. I could always get it altered if I wanted to. But I think that if you're like 5'5", 5'6", taller, you could wear this and it would work. So love this jumpsuit. Another thing that is a staple for me in the summer are maxi dresses, and this maxi dress I think is like an indoor maxi dress. When I'm just wanting to hang around the house, or if like I'm on vacation and I'm at a beach house or something, this is giving a Henley, but make it a maxi dress. Let me button her up. She's a little revealing right now. This has the softness of like a t-shirt that you would wear to bed, almost like it's worn in. And it is so comfortable for my height at 5'4". It fits absolutely perfect with a pair of flat sandals. It is long sleeved, but it's not too thick where I'm gonna be too hot. This comes in several different colors, but I picked out this dark gray just because it's a classic color that I really enjoy wearing. But this is definitely something I'm going to be wearing a lot. This pair of jeans, this may be one of the most comfortable pairs of jeans I've ever put on my body. It is this pair of flared jeans. Flared jeans are coming back. I am not upset about it. I used to wear them as a youth all the time. I find the silhouette to be very flattering. It elongates my legs personally. This is just a classic kind of medium wash blue jean with no sort of rips or distressing. This also does come in other washes as well. It's not like overly stretchy, but it's stretchy enough that it's not super like a structured denim, and it is a buttery soft feeling denim. Oh my goodness. For me at 5'4", the perfect length to wear with a pair of sneakers. They're not dragging on the ground, but they're not too cropped. And I got a size small. I will say the waist is a little bit big. I could just wear a belt with it and it would totally solve the problem. It fits everywhere else. Love these jeans so much. This next outfit for me personally is like an outfit I would wear if I was going to be like running errands or maybe at a theme park or something where I want to be very comfortable, but I want to look like I'm wearing like, you know, outdoor and public clothing. It is this skirt. Oh my goodness. So the actual skirt material feels, again, almost like a dry fit, like an activewear type of situation. We've got pockets, we've got a drawstring. I love olive green, but of course this does come in other colors. And something I love about Halara is with their skirts, they have built-in shorts, so you're never worried about, you know, flashing, or you're never worried about something slipping out that you don't want slipping out. It just makes it really easy to, again, get that activewear type of feeling. And again, you could wear this for hiking, you could wear this for an outdoor type of situation, but you're also looking stylish. Love this. I am wearing a size small. I would say if you're in between, you could size down, but with the ruching of the drawstring, like it's an actual drawstring that works, it's not just for aesthetics, I was able to tie it and it fit me perfect. Very high-waisted, which I personally love. I'm not going anywhere near low-waisted things right now. Very, very cute. And with that, I paired this top. This top is really kind of a different silhouette, but really flattering. It cinches in at the waist and it kind of billows out in the chest and back area. So it actually gives you a little more volume in the chest if that's something you're looking for. But it also, if you're not looking for that, it gives plenty of room. Maybe if you are larger chested, you're not gonna feel constricted with this at all. The armholes are cuffed, and even though the armholes are a little bit bigger, they're not showing my bra. You could wear this for activewear, but I will be wearing it with that skirt, maybe with a pair of jeans. I got my normal size small, it fits great. As someone who teaches dance for a living, I always appreciate having clothes that I can move in, that I'm able to go to work in, but look professional, and just carrying that into my everyday life. I love clothes that are comfortable, that are just stylish looking. And so I'm really glad that I was able to work with Halara. They are offering me a discount code for you. The code is RachelP15 and it will save you 15% off of any full price items. So I will link all of the items I showed you in today's try on down in the description box. So go ahead and check it out if you're interested. And thank you to Halara for sponsoring this portion of today's video. And let's get back to the video. So the first look you're going to see is with the Adept and Amy Loves collection. I did buy both products, the eyeshadow palette, which is a beautiful cool toned neutral palette, and the blush palette, which has 2 blushes and 2 highlighters. Super pretty. The second look you're going to see is with the Glamlite and Fresh Prince collection. Again, purchased 2 products from the collection. I bought the eyeshadow palette, which is very different from Amy's, very bright, very neon. And then the highlighter trio, very cute packaging. And we've got 3 different highlighters. Fresh Prince was one of my favorite shows growing up, so I had to pick up this collection. And then the third and final look, which is the look I'm wearing today, I did with the Simply Posh Coastal palette. Look at the packaging on this. Beautiful. And this is a mermaid dream in my opinion. So I always put timestamps down below in the description box. I will link all of these new palettes, blush palettes, highlighters, and everything down in the description box. I also list every product that I use on my face in each and every look. And if you enjoy this type of video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me know to continue making these. I love making these types of videos. So I will send you off to the first look now. We have my assistant here today, George. You guys know he has to be in the video just about every time. He needs to make an appearance. So we are gonna play with Adept and Amy Loves today. So excited. Okay, let's just get started. I'm gonna give you some information, close-ups and swatches, etc. But this is the eyeshadow palette. Look at the packaging on everything. Very sparkly, very glam. And then on the inside, this is what we have, this little bit more cool tone color story. And I will link Amy's video down below where she talks about each shade, the inspiration behind the collection, etc. She obviously can do a way better job than I can explaining everything, but she described this as like her perfect cool tone palette. I think it's beautiful. You guys know I'm not like the biggest cool tone lover, but I wanted to pick it up for sure. The palette retails for $69. At the time of filming, it is available. It contains 6 high pearl shimmers, 2 high pearl duochromes, 1 high pearl hollow, 1 high pearl multichrome, and 5 smooth buttery mattes. This palette is vegan and free of talc, mica, or glitter. The pans are magnetic as well, so that might be of interest to you. I have only ever tried 2 palettes from Adept, and it's been a while. I tried the Heather Austin palette and the Immunent New palette, so I'm very much looking forward to dipping back into Adept. And then I also picked up the blush palette. Look at, again, Beautiful, very girly packaging. And then on the inside, we have 2 blushes and 2 highlighters. The blush palette retails for $34. This palette is not vegan. And we have 2 highlighters, one that is described as the perfect pink smooth highlighter, the other one described as the sparkly highlighter or blush lighter. Then we have 2 blushes, bright cool tone pink blush, which is Mishka, and Cupid is a watermelon pinky red with a touch more warmth. Really pretty. Really, really pretty. Super excited to dip into these. I did meet Amy at Creators and Friends in New Orleans in April, and she's very nice. Very nice, sweet, sweet woman. I unfortunately didn't have like a lot of chance to really get to know her or talk to her. There were so many people there. We were super busy, but hopefully next time I will get a little bit more opportunity to hang out with her. But I did have her as my secret sister. I gifted her some Harry Styles stuff because I know she likes Harry Styles. But overall, I'm really happy for her. This is well-deserved. She is the queen of indie makeup. She has been for a long time. I will of course link her channel down below. If you don't follow her already, you definitely should. But congratulations, Amy. This is really exciting. Let's get these products on my face. I have already primed my eyes, so we're gonna go right in. I'm gonna go in with the shade 1997, and it is like a cool tone brown. None of the mattes here are very light, and she did mention in her video she did that on purpose. So these are more, for my skin tone, more mid-tone to deep. But I am gonna go in with a fluffy brush. I wanna try that just to see how it's gonna end up looking in my crease. Yeah, I do remember Adept mattes being very buildable, and you're able to sheer them out a little bit more. Like, that's not coming off nearly as dark as it looks in the pan at first. And again, I'm using a fluffy brush, so I definitely can see that I can use this as a transition shade, which for me in my old ways, my stubborn old lady ways, I do my makeup pretty much the same way every single time, and I do need a transition shade, okay? I actually want to take the same shade on a little bit more of a denser brush and try to pack that in the outer corner and see what that looks like. So I'm getting a little more color payoff, but it is still pretty buildable. But that's pretty. I like that. Next, I'm gonna go in with the shade Scrunchy, which does have like a blue undertone, and I'm gonna place this in the outer corner with the same brush I just used. Pressing it. I would love to know, by the way, if you picked this palette up or the blush palette or both, like me. Also, let me know if you are a subscriber of Amy as well. I've been subscribed to her for a long time. So that worked out great. I mean, Adept mattes are very, very easy to use. So like if you are a beginner or you just like more buildable mattes that aren't like overly pigmented at first, this would be a good formula for you. I'm just going back over with that original matte shade just to blend it out. There's so many beautiful shimmers in here. In my opinion, the shimmers is where Adept shines. And there is this one called Indie, which is like a hollow chrome shade. So beautiful. Lavender is a multi-chrome.
Two hours later.
I think I have to do the hollow chrome, which is Indie right here. I mean, I'm actually not gonna use a glitter primer like I normally do with just about every other brand. Adept is one of those brands where their shimmers are very, very emollient, almost creamy. So I find if I put a glitter primer down underneath, it can maybe cause creasing. So I'm just gonna go straight in with the shade Indie onto my lid. How beautiful. And it's not chunky, so I don't really feel like I need to put a glitter primer down. Yeah, I'm not getting any fallout, so that's nice. That is stunning. Okay, I'm back with more makeup on my face. As I'm sure I said in the intro, or if I didn't, I'm telling you now, everything that is on my face in each and every look will be down in the description box. Let's continue on with this eye look. I'm gonna go into Scrunchy, that deepest, darkest matte, and run it against my lower lash line. I'm gonna go into 1997 and blend that out. I think for my waterline, I'm just gonna go black with Swerve from ColourPop. And I'm gonna use the shade Lights Up in my inner corner. That's a really pretty shade. It's like an iridescent, very, very interesting, very pretty. Let's hop on over to the blush palette, shall we? I wanna first go in with the shade Mishka, that lighter pink. Let's see what that looks like. This brush doesn't look clean, but it is clean. It's a Sigma F40. Let's see. Really pretty. Again, I would say more on the buildable side. It's not overly pigmented. I am having to build it up, but it is showing up nice. Just for the heck of it, I'm gonna wipe this brush off and we're gonna go into Cupid, and let's layer that more towards like the back of my cheek. Yeah, that's really pretty. Again, not overly pigmented. I mean, I also did go in with a pretty light hand. All right, we're gonna go in with one of the highlighters. I'm gonna go in with the lighter highlighter, Athena. This is like the smoother one. Ooh, pretty. Ooh, that's really pretty. It's got like a transparent base. It's not as pink, I mean, at least on my skin tone, not as pink looking as it looks in the pan. And it is quite smooth, but not too metallic. There is like a very, 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 very fine sparkle, but not chunky or glittery. Just looks like really wet on the skin. Ooh. Very pretty. All right, I'm gonna go off camera, finish up my look, and come back to show you the final look. All right, and this is the finished look. What do you think? This shimmer on the lid is beautiful. It is so breathtaking. It is so eye-catching. Just beautiful. I had so much fun playing with this collection today. This is not a review on any of these palettes, by the way. I'm sure I mentioned that in the intro, but I'm gonna continue using this, of course, creating different looks, but I will tell you the shades that I used were really good. The mattes are on the buildable side, so I do like that in the sense there's not too many light mattes in here, but I know that I can use these mattes with a lighter hand, with a fluffier brush to get more of a transition shade for my skin tone. It's great. Or I can use a denser brush, build it up a little bit more, and then like I just said, the shimmer is beautiful. Adept shimmers are beautiful, let's be real. So yeah, this is gonna be a really fun palette to continue playing with. And the cheek palette, really, really pretty. I think that the blushes, again, are more on the buildable side. Neither of the blushes really were hard to blend out, easy to build up. True matte blushes, no shimmer, no shine, nothing like that. And then this highlight that I used on my cheekbones, beautiful, just beautiful. So yeah, very excited to continue playing with these. And now I'm gonna send you off to the next look. Hello there. We're gonna play with the Fresh Prince and Glamlite collection today. Fresh Prince was a TV show that I watched all the time growing up. So when I saw that Glamlite was collabing with them, I was on board. And I do really pick up pretty much everything that Glamlite comes out with, let's be real. So this was definitely something I was excited about. I picked up the palette and the highlighter palette. There are quite a few other things in the collection, but those are the only things that really called to me. So we have the Fresh Prince 15 color palette. The outer carton is the same as the actual palette. And the actual palette has the stripes on his shirt and his hat are like a felt velvet touch, which just makes it fun. A little more stepped up. And we do have quite a few neon shades in here. We have 1 row of shimmers, 2 rows of mattes, which personally I love a matte heavy palette. So this is right up my alley. The palette retails for $24. Introducing the officially licensed Fresh Prince X Glamlite 15 color palette, a vibrant collection of shades designed to flatter all skin tones. Each bold, eye-catching color captures the playful essence of the 90s, allowing you to create looks that are as iconic and unforgettable as the era itself. The palette is vegan and cruelty-free. I also picked up the California Fresh highlighter. It did come in this really cute outer carton. You know, in the intro where he pulls up in a taxi and this is the taxi's license plate. So it came in like this. Very, very cute. This is what the highlighter outside looks like, and there are 3 shades. I really, really enjoy Glamlite's highlighter formula. I've bought many of their highlighters in the past, and this is a really beautiful, kind of unique highlighter where it is kind of a hybrid between a glittery highlighter and a smooth highlighter. Some of their glittery highlighters are very chunky, which I don't mind sometimes, but this one is like a sparkly highlighter, but also smooth. It's very interesting. So there are 3 shades here. Chillin' Out, Super Fresh, and 90s Forever. The highlighter trio retails for $16. Get your glow on with the Fresh Prince X Glamlite California Fresh Highlighter, featuring 3 luminous shades that flatter all skin tones. Inspired by the sunny vibes of Cali, this highlighter will make you shine brighter than the SoCal sun. Illuminate your look and stay fresh with a radiant glow that's sure to turn heads, cruelty-free and vegan. So, yep, very excited to play with both of these products. I did purchase them myself. Let's do it. When I have like bright, colorful neon shades, I kind of like to keep it pretty simple, and that's my plan today. So I have already primed my eyes. I'm gonna go in with this Game Beauty brush. It is the E06, and it's a fluffy brush, but it's a little bit of a denser fluffy brush. And I'm gonna take the shade Bel Air, that neon pink, and put it more in the inner part of my lid and into the crease. You'll have to let me know as you're watching this if you picked anything up from the collection, and are you a fan of Fresh Prince? Let me know. That's extremely pigmented. I accidentally floofed some of it over here, but I don't know if that's, well, I mean, on camera it looks pretty neon. In person, it doesn't look as, I would say, neon, but it's a bright pink for sure. I'm gonna take a little bit more of a smaller, softer blending brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Waterworks, which is the purple, and put this basically on the rest of my lid and into the crease. Do those colors look that different? Not really. Not really, but that's okay. I'm going to take a Blend Bunny B5, which is a smaller blending brush again, and I'm gonna go into the shade Pool House, which is the deeper purple, and put this in the outer corner. That definitely made a big difference to distinguish between the pink and the purple, in my opinion, compared to this side. So it was a good choice. All right, I put the NYX glitter primer all over my lid, and I'm gonna go into the shade Prince, which is the really pretty purple shimmer, and I'm just gonna place this all over the lid. It's really pretty. It's like a purple with almost like a blue reflect. Really pretty. I'm going to use this black shade called After Dark as a wing. I've already lined my upper lash line with a liquid liner, so I'm gonna go in with this. Very pigmented. I am back. Let's continue on with the eyes. I am going to take the black called After Dark and connect it to my wing. And by the way, the brush that I'm using for this wing is the BK208. It is the tiniest, ittiest, bittiest little winged liner brush. I love it. I use it all the time. I do have a code with BK Beauty. It's not affiliated. This is good for like precise work. I'm gonna take this Fantasy Cosmetica kind of mini fan brush, the E04. I'm gonna go into Born and Raised and just blend that out. For my waterline, I'm gonna use this Pacifica liner. Doesn't have a name on it or a shade, but it's like a light purple. And for my inner corner, I'm gonna use the shade Big Banks, which is, it's like an iridescent pinky purple. Let's use the highlighter next. I'm gonna use one on one cheek and another on another. One on one and an, you know what I'm saying. I'm first gonna go in with the shade Chillin' Out, which looks like a yellow gold. Let's try it. Ooh, look how pretty. I'm gonna try to back up a little bit so you can see, look at that. Wow. Very pretty. There's definitely a sparkle to it, but it's not like super chunky or anything, but very pretty. On the other side, I'm gonna go into 90s Forever, which is like a pinky purple. Let's see what that looks like. There's sparkles flying everywhere. I feel like a fairy. Very pretty. I don't know if you can see that. Much more of a pink color, but still very pretty. All right, I'm gonna head off camera. I'm gonna finish up the rest of my look and come back to show you the final look. All right, and this is the finished look. What do you think? You know, I think it came out pretty, but I do feel like it was a little struggle to get there. I'm not gonna lie. I will start off by saying the highlighter is beautiful. Like really, really pretty. It is like a very fine sparkle particle in there. It's not completely smooth, but it's smoother than like their Rick and Morty highlighter trio that they have. So take from that what you will. So the eyeshadows, I did have a little hard time working with this darker purple, but with that being said, I did layer it over this other purple. Like layering the mattes was not easy. So next time when I use this, maybe what I'll do is I'll start with the darker shade and blend out the edges with the lighter shade. I think that might work a little bit better because layering them on top of each other was not the easiest thing. I'll say that. And then the shimmer that I used on my lid, I don't love it. Like it does look pretty, but I just know Glamlite shimmers can be like so good. And this one is, it's very slick. It actually reminds me a lot of some of the shimmers from the Surge palette from Blend Bunny. If you know, you know. It actually reminds me a lot of the Surge palette. They're just not my favorite, but I only used 2 shimmers. I would say the one that's in my inner corner, I like a little bit more. It has a little more shine and sparkle to it. So I will continue using this palette, creating more looks with it, mess around with my application to see if that'll kind of help the situation out. But I would love to know your thoughts if you picked up the eyeshadow palette. How are you liking it or disliking it? Let me know. I would love to know. So anyway, I'm gonna send you off to the next look. All right, our third and final look is going to be with the Simply Posh Coastal palette. Gorgeous outer packaging. Love this like water. It's making me want to go to the beach. This is what the inside looks like. A very like muted mermaid type of color story. I love this color story. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I love Simply Posh's formula, and I love how they set up their palettes. They're always matte heavy, 2 rows of mattes, 1 row of shimmers, and they do lay it out in a column form where you can create like a monochromatic look. Of course, you can mix and match. And most of the time, all of their shimmers are duochromes. Just beautiful. Let me give you some information about the palette, and I will pop up some close-ups and swatches for you. At the moment of filming, this palette is available for pre-order. The cost is $45. They are all magnetic pans, cruelty-free and vegan. The palette is made in China. It contains 12 pigmented mattes and 6 sparkly duochrome shimmers. The palettes will ship in July. I did receive this palette in PR from the brand, and I do have an affiliate code with Simply Posh. It is just Rachel if you want to save 10% off. And thank you so much if you do use my code. It does help out my channel a lot when you do that. Let's get this palette on my eyes now. I do really need to do a neutral leaning look. I mean, to me, it's just where my heart's at, and the other 2 looks I did in this video are not very neutral. So this color up here is calling to me. I think it's a very unique khaki, like greenish yellow called Shell. So I am gonna take this into my crease. I have already primed my eyes. Beautiful shade. Like I said, pretty unique. I don't know that I've really seen many palettes with a shade like this. I'm gonna go a little bit lower in the crease with the shade Tranquil right here, which is like a peachy color. Let's see what that looks like. Picks up great on the brush. And I really like Simply Posh's, both their matte and metallic formula. Very, very easy to work with. That's very pigmented, but it's not like patchy or hard to blend. Beautiful. In my outer corner, I'm gonna go into the shade Shoreline, which looks like a really yummy caramel color. I don't know how much depth is in this palette. I'm gonna go into the shade Coastal here and put this in the outer corner. Let's see how much that adds in terms of depth. It's a very pretty color, oh my goodness. These like warm, neutral colors just, they get me going. Not super deep or anything like that, but just a really pretty neutral look. I'm gonna pop the NYX Glitter Primer all over my lid. I wanna use the shade Sunbathe. It looks so pretty. I mean, all of these look so pretty, but I feel like this one's gonna go really well. It looks like it's a gold to like a peachy pink. Oh, I love their shimmer formula. Very, very smooth and sparkly. All right, I'm back with more makeup on my face. I just lined my upper lash line and created a wing with the Fenty Beauty Fly Liner in Big Truffle. It is my favorite like brown liquid liner to use when I'm doing a warm, neutral look. So now I'm gonna go into Coastal and just smudge that up against my lower lash line. And actually, I'm gonna take ColourPop's Sunnyvale, my all-time favorite brown pencil eyeliner. This is actually a brand new one because the one I had was really old. And the new ones that they've come out with are very creamy. So I'm actually gonna put this in my waterline and a little bit onto my lash line just to smudge it to connect to the wing because there's nothing in this palette that is quite this dark. I'm gonna take that same brush with no extra product on it and just smudge that liner out. Yeah, that's much better already. I'm gonna go back into Coastal, that matte shade I just used, and just go over that again. I'm going to blend that out with Shoreline. So pretty. There's nothing in the palette that I personally want for an inner corner highlight, so I'm gonna just find something in another palette, and I'm gonna finish up the rest of my look, come back to show you the final look, and to wrap up the video. All right, and this is the finished look. What do you think? This is my favorite look of the video, I have to admit. This is very me. I feel very comfortable in this. It's so pretty. And the shimmer is so pretty on the lid. Very eye-catching. Like I've already said, I really enjoy Simply Posh's formula, both their mattes and metallics. And in the past, they've had issues with their formulas, some of the shadows being hard pressed in the pan. I don't feel that there are any shadows hard pressed in the pan here. I think they're all great. They all picked up great on my brush and on my finger. The mattes actually even had a little kick up in the pan, and not that it was a problem, but just to say they're not super hard pressed, and the shimmer looks beautiful, so I'm happy. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love filming these videos, giving you a little just sample of everything that is coming out, maybe inspiring you to pick up something you already have in your collection, helping you make a decision whether or not these palettes are for you. I would love to know your thoughts on any of these palettes. Did you pick them up? Did you skip on them? Let me know down in the comments because I love hearing from you. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot when you do that. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing before you leave. I do upload videos weekly and I'd love to see you back on my channel again. I want to thank you so much for watching and I will see you next time. Bye.